I'm rares with the crypto. 3 coins, had to pay your whole semester. But you gotta better than a Tesla.
Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy.
Back again, back to back, made back, stacked it. I'm a Slim Shady, the M. Once he black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time abdomen. Yes, I caught Mad Chanel and Mad Javin. She did it again, imagine them. About to make these bums mad again. Back to them. I lead the pack, so my back's to them. Yup, the queen's back, what's happening? Rerun, about to make these rap again. Diamond chains on my ankle. Young money in the cut like a tell tip, rubber bands on my bankroll. Show my like a
big bank, tight, low buy. Big bank, tight, low buy. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon'
From the broadcast booth, and partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. First down, Rivers. And incomplete to open things up.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels. That
one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down. Play action now. Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right make a big one.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Rivers. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 38. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Shotgun now for Breeze. It's caught outright by Graham. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Rivers on 1st down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Buying time to his left. Now he's going tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
36.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 19. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
11.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Man open, Rice. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Kill.
Here's Barkley. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Saquon Barkley taking it in. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to here.
Rivers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Rivers now. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL And the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Here's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Breeze to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. They start the second half with Kamara, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
21. Easy, kill. Under. 21.
Now Breeze. The connection made. It's Graham. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
95-56. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now.
To throw, it's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jerry Rice, 39 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Morstead, the punter, out to fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Rivers. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Rivers. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Kamara. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ricky Williams, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big Bree's going to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Saints on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A 10th carry for Kamara. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys. Yep.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Good. 5-4, ready.
They run it again with Kamara. He's to the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He finds an opening past the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Going up top. Tries for Rice. Intercepted. Picked off by the all-time interception king, Paul. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. First down, Breeze. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rob Woodson. And the return will stop right around the 25. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. This is Ricky Williams. He spent 3 years as a Saint. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll try to throw now. Young steps away to his left. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Third down, Young from the gun. Forced out to his left. And he locates Walker, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. And they just get the play off. Now Young. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Throw left side complete. It's Graham. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And able to find Graham, complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Breeze now on first down. And left side here is Graham. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And a guy that knows a thing or two about making tackles behind the line of scrimmage, Kevin Green, at it again.
How about the ferociousness that he played with? And you remember that long flowing hair that came out of the helmet? Almost like a lion's mane for him, right? Try to keep a lion away from what a lion wants to get. That was Kevin Green, trying to block him, and he was trying to accumulate quarterbacks and guys with the football.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 21. To throw is Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They do go for it. It's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, Steve Young. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. On second down, Williams. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Watching the 6.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Aaron Donald able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And Sanders now to return. One minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Again, this is Kamara. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And on the tackle, Kevin Green, of course, a member of the 2016 Hall of Fame class, Charles.
Went in on August 6th of 2016. Kevin Green taking his rightful place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And what a speech he gave that night. See, I can still see him standing up there. And the line that resonated for me, I didn't play this game for any other reason than love and passion. And only a cynic would dispute that if they saw Kevin Green play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
21.
Now Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Rob Woodson with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room to the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. This is taken at the 3. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
A first down throw for Young. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Williams. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Young now from the 50. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw on second down is Young. Eluding the pressure right. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense. It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Breeze now. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Breeze now on first down. He gets it to Thomas. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Breeze. Nowhere to return this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Khalil Mack in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Back now here on EA Sports. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw, it's Breeze. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Steve Young on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this up to Williams, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He will find T.O. on the left side, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Terrell Owens, 43 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Gold now out to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Second and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
21.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Paul Krause, the safety, in on the tackle. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain.
What's that on that beat?
Krispy Kreme whip and the wheels glaze. Yeah, when you move at night, you don't feel shame. Running through the field, it's a field day. Yeah, let her bed at the hood day. She gon' bust down, get the beat good. She gon' roll up, bring the park the Lambo, took the Brinks truck. Become a Greek freak when you see bugs. Is your head done? Is is your bills paid? When you outside, do you feel safe? If we go up, gotta take phones. I'm with some go-ups I can't take home. Act up in the back.
Hey, bust it down, hey, bust it down, hey, bust it down, YG come around, you gotta bust it down, hey, bust it down, hey, bust it down, with Travis come around, you better bust it down.
Krispy Kreme
Ultimate Team.
Yeah, when you move at night, you don't feel shade. Running through the field, it's a field day. Yeah, let her bed at the hood day. She gon' bust down if the beat good. She gon' roll up, bring the park the Lambo, took the Brinks truck. Become a Greek freak when you see bugs. Is your head done? Is your bills paid? When you outside, do you feel safe? If we go up, gotta take phones. I'm with some go-ups I can't take home.
Do you cook clean? Do you good? If I write it, you gon' let me know what's good. You gon' let me the first night, I think you should. I'm in that like bam, Nah, I ain't no record. Hey, bloods in that. Hey, turn the lights off, I don't want you looking. Tight, think I took it. Hey, all that. Hey, what's up with it? Hey, that girl I don't play. Hey, beat it up, that's a melee. G63, I swerve on it. First pitch, hit the dodge, you can't curve on it. YG don't give up, got some nerve, don't you? I'm out on bail, how you feel? Go there.
Krispy Kreme whip and the wheels glaze. Yeah, when you move at night, you don't feel shade. Running through the field, it's a field day. Yeah, let her bed at the hood day. She gon' bust down if the beat good. She gon' roll up, bring the park the Lambo, took the Brinks truck. Become a Greek freak when you see bugs. Is your head done? Is your bills paid? When you outside, do you feel safe? If we go up, gotta take phones. I'm with some go-ups I can't take home.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting out while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah. Shorty oughta been my me. Oh yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left. Yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Down, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I
like a right now. I do this for